Yo, welcome back to the Overrated Truth podcast. I'm your host, Laze.
Man, I'm bad with that. Okay, and I'm your host, Badru.
I really hate you, dude.
I told you, designated fucker upper.
Dude, I never know that rhythm.
Dude, I'm your host, Bad Luck, man, and welcome back to episode 3
Tree.
of Overrated Truth podcast, man. First of all, how you brothers doing?
Everything's great.
I'm all right. I'm only all right.
You sound like you got complaints already.
Oh,
You know what we
he's
gonna
been
talk
complaining
about.
for 48 hours now.
Got some interesting topics on the docket. If I can say right on the docket. If I can say, first of all, you know what our first topic is about to be about. Probably Rob gonna hate this topic right here.
Hold on, first and foremost, before we even get this is episode 3. I said on episode 1, I will quit this show. This nigga has his toes out again. Look at
Oh
this
my God, man.
shit. I gotta look at this shit.
Do have your feet out again, dog. That's Islander shit right there, dog.
Don't put a hook.
All right, continue, bro.
Don't put on the whole Islander shit. Hey,
Nah, it is some
is it not?
Junk platters.
Now, first of all, I just want to say, welcome home, King James. Okay. Okay. First of all, you know, I'm a Laker fan. I was born in, not sworn in. Okay. And whoever throwing the purple and gold, I'm riding with you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Smudge Parker?
Huh? Whoever purple and gold, I'm fucking until you don't have purple and gold on.
You gonna call me Brown?
Whoever got purple and gold on.
Sasha Vujic.
Put it like this: if I'm fucking rooted for bitch ass Karl Malone, nigga, we on that purple and gold, nigga, everybody get rooted for when they got on purple and gold. Like I'm ecstatic because look, man, we sucked for the last 8 years, period, right?
8?
So what? 8 like 8 years, yeah. Around, give or take 8. You know what I'm saying? We suck, and you know one of the key pieces. You know, think about it like this: niggas wait for drafts looking for key pieces, right? We're looking for great players, great picks. Niggas waiting for trades, complaining about who we got, who's not good. So we all of a sudden got the best player in the league, hands down, and he's a Laker now. And then niggas just they complaining. They don't like the move, whatever. And I get it, it's LeBron hating all that, but once you throw in that purple and gold, by me, you are accepted. You are a Laker. You are a Los Angeles Laker, nigga. And it is what it is. That's what it's gonna be.
This shit was like watching a gang truce, like, all right, we cool.
Right.
We sorry.
Yeah, wait, it is what it is.
Man, I'm gonna ride with him once he do something.
Wasn't like,
First of all, he got to do something.
It wasn't like Bird ended up being a Laker, a real rival.
Okay, Rondo.
At the time,
I would put Rondo in that category. That's where I had the problem.
Rondo was more so ball, right.
You was a Celtic. I remember the battles against the big three.
Right.
You got a chip against us. Like, nah, dude, don't come. Like, I'm still into that. I'm that type of Laker.
I get it.
I'm like franchise. I'm thinking about through the franchise,
the history. Yeah, I get it.
And our icons. So I'm like, all right. One
Magic
reason
made
why
that happen.
Kobe
Though.
wasn't as celebrated.
Magic made that happen though.
Everybody's.
Which is why I'm accepting it.
That's like
right.
And
Right.
That's every Laker Magic made it. But Magic did it.
I'm accepting it. I don't accept everything Magic do. Magic known to get himself in a little bit of trouble. But I'm saying Kobe.
Oh my God.
Kobe also made a video that made me be like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with it. Kobe fuck with it. But I'm still the type of fan where, like, I remember why Kobe didn't get all of his shine. LeBron is part of that. If you remember,
was it the rape case?
First of all,
Kobe got caught in the rape case, right?
And
then they come with the chosen one marketing.
Listen. LeBron is killer, right? Kobe was killer in his own right, but Kobe wasn't liked by anybody. Kobe didn't even fuck with his teammates.
Because Kobe's anti-social.
Kobe is just.
Well, don't say anybody because it's niggas who love Kobe.
No, that's what I'm saying. Niggas love Kobe now.
Shout out Eddie.
No. Listen. Niggas love Kobe.
Shout out Paul Gasol.
No, I'm not saying niggas love Kobe now. What I'm saying is niggas didn't. We fuck with Kobe as Laker fans, right? We definitely fuck with Kobe. But I also know that Kobe's whole team didn't fuck with the nigga damn near. He was not the nigga to hang out. He's not going to the family shit. He's not hanging out with the fellas after the game. He was notorious for not fucking with nobody. And he cut something else.
Okay, can we not turn to Kobe bashing? This is about LeBron.
No. I'm not Kobe bashing at all.
This is about LeBron.
I'm a Kobe fan.
Why LeBron?
I'm just a realist.
Okay, but now he here. Okay, cool. I'm accepting him. But the Rondo, you can't give me the fact that Rondo is a little bit extra. He is Celtic, man.
He was a
He a Laker now.
But the thing is, it ain't like he went from the Celtics to the Lakers.
Yeah,
he traveled a little
We
bit.
just
like
got
that
two of the whiningest niggas ever.
One's the best. Don't
The
forget
best
that.
whiner? Oh.
No, one's the best nigga in the
He the
league.
best whiner too.
He's the best whiner, too.
Is he the best
That
player in the
shit
league?
has to stop.
Mark my words.
Is LeBron James not the best
LA
player in the
niggas
league?
is about to be verifying travels all day. I see what they were doing all the time. My nigga did not travel. My nigga. He don't be getting no calls.
But this flop shit is going to be ridiculous.
Right.
Niggas justifying LeBron not getting no calls is about to kill me.
Oh, my God.
And then on top of that, here's the only thing I respect Jordan though too. And I feel like the move for LeBron to bring 23 to the Lakers is his move against Jordan in 23.
That's your way to look at it. I didn't look at it that way.
Because there was conversations about Jordan, about all wing players not wearing 23 no more, or just retiring 23.
But 23 is a hard number to come after Jordan did.
Right, now LeBron doing it, and I don't think nobody would have gave him that last little, like, coming to the Lakers, people have said, now he's about to be in a conversation with Jordan. Just aligning with the Lakers' legacy.
That's crazy.
No,
I don't like that.
But you know what? The younger generation don't look at it like that at all. Only the older niggas will look at it.
Right. That's definitely an old nigga
Man,
thing.
here you go, our future ass nigga. Always got to bring up the new generation. We don't care about the new generation.
If you look at it, niggas don't like teams. They
Only
like
you
players.
and Tyler care about the new generation.
That nigga don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about nothing.
They
You can't sports with that nigga.
Look, my man Damani said some ill shit that he was saying how LeBron was always he kind of like what he said was Kobe. He said some ill shit, man. I thought it was pretty dope. He said Kobe didn't do what he was supposed to do. He said Kobe was supposed to follow the legend of what Magic was, right? Kind of like follow under the tutelage of what that was. He said when Magic, I forgot what it was. I don't know. Magic was doing some kind of announcement at a game or something like that, and the first thing he said was when he said, "Everybody give it up for the best Laker in history," something like that. Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant, right? Mm-hmm. And Kobe didn't give it back. You kind of took it like, yeah, I am like the best, but that ain't what you're supposed to do when the big homie's talking, right? You're supposed to give it back, like, because you got even being that, you got to humble yourself to the lineage and legacy of what Magic Johnson's about. When the legacy is being lost in a lot of these players, like Magic and them, they Magic, Jay West, and busting all them. It's a legacy thing. It's all about the legacy. Your solo shit don't mean nothing. It's the legacy of what the Lakers mean, right? And so, what happened with LeBron? LeBron moves and plays like, oh yeah, I'm still kind of little homie. Like if you watch how he talk about Jordan, talk about Magic, it ain't no big homie shit. He like, oh no, I learned from the best. I pat myself out there. It's that kind of shit. So what happened was when Magic,
LeBron is super disrespectful to Jordan.
I mean, that's
and Jordan the best ever. Kobe is respectful to Jordan, and Kobe is the greatest Laker ever. You know what? We going a little early right now, but we got some homies in here who gonna die if we don't get them Robitussin or a chance to talk about Kobe and what's going on with the Lakers, because we're not the only LA niggas in here. It's an LA show. Man, what's up to the homie Dresta? What's up to the homie?
Hey man, it's Dresta, man. I just don't like the Jordan the greatest all out. Man, I'm Magic Johnson, man. Magic Johnson is the greatest nigga to ever touch that ball.
Somebody
man.
turn this man mic off.
Magic Johnson won his rookie year. Do y'all realize that? And he played every position. He played a point guard playing a center.
He amazing.
That team, but okay.
Come on, man.
yeah. He came in for Kareem though. Don't forget that.
No, he didn't come in. He came in.
right. He came for Kareem.
What other point
and play all
guard in
positions.
this game could say they didn't do that?
And play all
Right
positions.
now.
But
it ain't a player in the league. LeBron probably the only one who could possibly try to do it, but I don't even think LeBron can handle that right now with the way the centers play in this day and age.
They're centers, but anyway, I respect that, but I'm not gonna say.
So you think Jordan is the best?
I think Jordan's the greatest player all time.
I don't even think Magic is the greatest Laker, although I think he the greatest maybe point guard ever.
So you think the greatest Laker is then?
Kobe then Kareem.
So that takes
Damn,
away from
Magic
what
is
he was just
third?
saying.
Damn, I'm not even rolling with that. I'm not a Laker fan at all.
Kobe then Kareem.
I think it's Magic, Kobe.
Then
Magic, Kobe, Kareem, Shaq.
No, Kobe
Then
then
what,
Kareem.
like Sadale 3? No, we about to say that.
Kobe then Kareem. And what's the big homie that just got his statue?
Elgin Baylor?
Elgin Baylor.
Oh, Elgin.
Elgin Baylor, then Magic.
So where's Shaq?
I don't even know. I don't even think
Yes, nigga. Shaq, nigga.
Shaq has a statue outside.
Shaq is fit.
Shaq got the only statue outside.
Shaq is fit.
This is sick. This is sick, dog.
So you put Elgin
Kobe
above
Kobe. First of all, Shaq is not even the best center of all Laker time. Kareem is.
Kareem is arguably one of the best players ever.
That's right. Right. So it's Kobe, Kareem.
Right. So it's Kobe, Kareem.
Magic. Elgin, Magic.
Let me ask you,
Shaq.
why is Kobe better than Kareem?
How is Kobe? Because Kobe is the best.
No answer. Okay, got it. That's emotional.
Kobe's the best.
Statistically, how is he better than Kareem?
He's just a more like.
I said statistically.
How is he better?
He ain't got that.
I'm not basing it strictly on statistics.
I got it.
At this point, I'm basing it on. Kareem had the most dominant move of all time, but Kobe is like the embodiment of the Lakers shit. He's the Mamba. So is he about chips and he about takeover? He about LA shit.
So what was Showtime?
So Kareem is not about LA shit.
Magic built that.
I'm glad you go there, Luck. Go on and go there, Luck.
What about Showtime? That's not just a phrase.
Showtime
First of all, when I say it, you already know what I mean.
Showtime is the greatest team in Lakers history.
Showtime is because of Magic. No,
Byron,
Showtime. There's
Worthy,
no Showtime without Magic.
It's key for sure. Or Kareem.
No.
Or Worthy.
No.
No.
Showtime is Magic Johnson.
Magic made them balls go somewhere.
What you mean?
You see what happened when Worthy did it?
He's the reason.
He made everyone around him better.
He's the reason it's called Showtime.
He made every player around himself better.
Man,
Magic is the reason they call it Showtime.
You wouldn't know about a Byron or none of them dudes if it wasn't for Magic. He made you know about them dudes.
No. If they wasn't completing, them assists wouldn't have be on the record, and he wouldn't be what he is today.
And that's why he
made them better.
Them assists is what makes him the greatest.
I'm not
Not only to be a 6'9" guard, but to have a damn near triple-double his whole career, you can't.
LeBron didn't get the championship this past year because although he was hitting high-level assists, the niggas wasn't dropping the shots.
And he don't have no killer.
So he couldn't get the W's, and he couldn't get
the
stats that he should have got off them dudes.
He didn't make players around him better.
Players around him better.
They could only be so good. That's what I'm saying. You pass it to Worthy, it's going down.
Yeah, you got to best.
You pass it to Larry Nance, it's a different thing.
Now, this is my say. Not the couple Lakers shit. Now let's go to Mike. You can name damn near every player. Oh yeah, still him to this day. Ain't never left.
Okay.
Mike made every player around him better. The Tony Crew coaches.
Not true.
No, he didn't.
Not true.
Mike didn't make players around him better.
Mike just killed you if you didn't make the most of your moment, which he may or may not give you.
Mike was surrounded by some hell of a players that like Steve Kerr, who knew what they were doing. That was already just
He made Steve Kerr better. Who would know who Steve Kerr is without Mike?
Nah.
All right, look.
Steve Kerr would have been a star any team he went to.
Okay, so
no.
Before
I'm not rolling.
I sense Lucc is about to move us past this, so let me just
we getting a little.
Wait, let me ask this.
It's not a whole sports show.
So it's for Lakers fans, right? Am I wrong? And like
a bull
nigga
fan
from LA that we're gonna put you undecided because your team don't really do nothing right now.
Who was his team?
I'm a Bull fan.
Bull fan.
He a Jordan fan.
No, I'm a Bull fan.
You're a Jordan fan.
Leftover from the Jordan era.
You would have been a Bull fan if Jordan never played for the Bulls.
No, but guess what?
I would have been a Lakers fan if Magic never played for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But
right.
That's your home team. Like that's home.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but me being a Jordan fan. What?
Are you from Chicago?
No.
Did you ever watch a Bulls game before Michael ever played?
I think I was born when Michael.
Yeah, I know. That's why. So you born into that era.
Right.
Into the era. Right. I'm not one of them niggas like Mike left nigga that's over. I stay with the Bulls.
Right. I get that.
That's cool.
Nigga, the Ervin brand, Tyson Chandler.
That's admirable.
I dig it.
That's admirable.
Wherever LeBron go, I go.
And he's that. Right. He's that.
I niggas don't fuck with teams.
Hey man, before we completely shake sports, I gotta at least mention: are we threatened? Do we feel threatened that Cousins went into a Warrior? Cousins is a Warrior now.
Yes.
I feel like why we didn't call him. He got no offers at midnight. Like why
ain't he
we
still
didn't
hurt?
get him?
I believe that Cousins might be what messes up the nucleus at Golden State, in my opinion, because Cousins is not the type of player that's going to just want to play a role. Cousins going to score. He wants the ball. He's going to want to shoot. So, and you're already on a team with everybody who's already having to share their time as far as shooting and points. So I don't know how that's going to work out. It depends on Cousins. Cousins would have to really do a lot of maturing right now before the season starts in order to play the role that they need him to play.
My take on that is he's maturing by only taking $5 million for 1 year.
Oh,
He's trying to win.
He
He
trying to win.
He's
Yeah.
trying to win.
So
He don't gotta
he's
play.
trying to show I'm accepting my role, whatever this gonna be.
I'm accepting my role.
Yeah.
Is he injured?
He what?
Is he hurt?
He's hurt. But but being on Golden State, he ain't really got to come back until February, March.
Until they're gonna hold
Right.
it.
They hold it. Yeah, they already killed it. They already about. Yeah, right.
See, that's what I respect about LeBron, man. Because LeBron could have went anywhere. He could have went to Golden State.
Yeah.
And he chose not to. He went to the Lakers. Because I'm telling you, it was and not to take back from what you said earlier about him the retire. He couldn't retire Jordan number as a Laker. I told you, LeBron been set to be a Laker from the beginning. So wearing 23, that's 32 in reverse. So he could retire that number as a Laker. He wouldn't have been able to retire 32 if he wore Magic number.
I think.
He could have never wore that number through his whole career because knowing he's gonna end up as a Laker.
Yeah.
Because that's Magic Johnson.
And it's a lot. It's a lot. But
Illuminati.
but you know what though? But you know what it is though too?
real.
It's a lot. It's a lot
Laker
talking to Magic Johnson. It's a lot talking to him. Like that's Magic Johnson. He's not just. That nigga is Showtime. Like when I say that, I don't mean just say that loosely. That nigga is literally LA. He built this shit.
Yeah.
Like he built this shit. Like literally. So what I mean, like
110 South.
so to him do the talking. Could you imagine the conversations? Magic like nigga, this is you. I'm you. Like because like you know. You in line with this, like you in line with this great, this legacy shit, everything you're doing, and like this is where you can get the ring at. Like bring it back to LA. This is the house. Come to LA, like nigga.
I wish the
ring and the Hollywood after
everything.
The
They're like this is this is the life.
Business. It's all man.
Yeah.
It's bigger than basketball.
You can't go out in Cleveland. Ain't nothing in Cleveland.
For what?
Just
Like
your house, your family, your lineage.
Just bone thugs, my nigga. But okay, we gotta move on, man. I can't.
Welcome to the Lakers, nigga. Whatever.
Sports all day, man.
Lakers,
welcome home.
That's all I gotta say.
Welcome home, King James. Welcome, Lance Stevenson, and welcome Rondo. And we got somebody else too.
McGee.
JaVale McGee, right? JaVale McGee, yeah. So
and let's just remember the new Lakers motto: "Bring home a chip so we don't trip."
That's killer.
Wow.
That's killer.
Welcome.
And depending on what size you on crib, but that's a whole other extended. That's a whole other extended. Anyway, that's a whole other extended. No, but
thoughts and comments are bad luck or not.
What I do want to talk about. Have you guys heard Drake's album?
Yes.
Thoughts?
We talking about everybody I don't fuck with.
You don't fuck with
It's
Drake?
just not your show.
Why not, Badru?
I listen to it though.
I don't fuck with Drake.
Just randomly say your
That shit
name. Like,
ain't
why not, Badru?
It's just not real. I don't like.
It's not real. Like what? What do you mean?
I'm just not into soy anything.
Right.
Did you just call Cuz album soy?
Wow.
But it's cool.
What?
But you know what? He make good songs when they good. Mm-hmm. I noticed
He make good songs when they good.
Yeah, I noticed Drake songs don't age well. Like if you play an old
That's true.
Drake song, you're not popping. Like as soon as they not pop, they the most. Like I'm not into him, but out of respect, I'll say he may be the most outside of Fabulous to me, the most in the pocket type of like if it's going on, he can go into that and make it his own thing.
So you said it's sort of like French fries. Can't rewarm them, huh?
Yeah, his reheat game ain't really.
Damn.
You don't reheat those.
Right.
Actually, now that you said it,
Now that you said that, it kind of resonates with what it kind of got some truth to what it
yeah.
seems like.
Yeah, and so I just like I like music to age well. You know, that's like I come from the era where you could play, you know, and the eras before I don't even like to do the come from the era. Like it's a lot of classic music to age well. It's hip hop to age well, and that hip hop just seemed like it's really like. You know, it's microwave era. You know, you just use. It's like everything else now. You use it right there, and you just throw it away. You just throw it away. You know what I mean? Get you another one.
Well, let me ask somebody who actually heard the album. Laze.
No, I listened to some of the album.
Okay. I didn't know because I asked. I didn't really say. You know.
It sounds like everything you like. It's a playlist album. I get that. Like
I'm not gonna say that.
It is a playlist album, though.
It's a playlist album. We got 20
because it's no cohesiveness to it. There's no cohesiveness to it, right? So it does sound like a playlist. It sounds like a playlist of, and the reason why I agree with that also is because the songs sound like they from other places. Like so, it's like you mentioned this sound like a Playboi Carti record. This sound like a Migos record. This sound like a 21 Savage record. This sound like a Drake record he makes, and then he go to R&B. And then I hear you now. I get it.
A byproduct of something else.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah. No, you were right. I'm not arguing that.
Soy milk.
Right.
Soy butter. Soy sauce.
That's good. Right. Whatever
it is.
But I heard the whole album. I gave it 2 full go arounds. I thought the album was okay. You know what I mean? I think Drake is a dope artist. I think he make dope. He definitely make hit records and shit like that. But you know, okay, once you're known for that, I'm looking for something that will got a little meat on his bones. Pause. But it got to stick to the ribs. Like and like you said. You know, once I've listened to it, and then I gave it a second listen to just so I can process, you know, what I'm hearing or whatever. It kind of just go by the wayside, kind of fall by the wayside. I'm not really impressed. Like he gave me some bars here and there.
What was you expecting? What was you expecting that you didn't get?
You think it had anything to do with the Pusha T record?
Yes, he's
you think that created an expectation for
so slaughter? This is not a good record.
No. But listen, but to that point. Without that, it was just okay.
Yeah.
Even if that didn't happen, this was just okay. Now, with that happening, I think the mistake Drake made was, one, you never replied. I'm an old school hip hop fan,
man,
and when I say old school, I'm not saying like I don't listen to new shit. I know everything was going on. I'm in line with everything that's popping. But I'm talking about my morals and how I come up. Is you had to reply to some shit like that.
But there's no way. Jay Prince told him we couldn't.
That's business. That's business, and let me do the rapping.
Like Gladiator, I got to do this. What I got to do.
If you notice,
I got Ghost Riders where I can handle.
Look, if you notice when you notice when you got the rappers that got the street niggas that's over their business some kind of way, right? In line with their business some kind of way. Usually, that nigga always tells the artist, I'm never gonna fuck with your artistry or creativity, right? I'll just do whatever I do or the business shit. I'm doing that. But you be creative. You do how you need to do you. I can't tell you that. So now we got a nigga who never said literally anything or any interview about Drake his whole career. We knew how Drake got on. We knew what happened. We knew about the son. We knew he was in line. We knew it's probably his business there. We knew that. We knew the J Prince was attached the whole way. But we never heard you speak publicly about that at all. Right. And the minute Drake catch an L, you doing interviews, which so co-happened to run with your book and everything else. Now you talking about how Drake was gonna kill him and all that. I mean, the whole album sound like what you say? What was the?
Soy. He was gonna take it's definitely soy, but he knew he was about to take an L.
Right.
And Drake brand is about winning.
That's right. But you had to you called it something. You said you called it hold you back, like you know how you the nigga that really don't want to fight them. Hey, hold me back, nigga. No, nigga, get out there and get down. But the whole album, when you listen to the song, it's like it's spread out throughout the album.
To me, it sounded like he was like, damn, I got to clean up some of this shit.
He was explaining why he did it.
He was doing quality control.
Quality control. He like kind of like I would have got him. Like kind of like them kind of bars.
What do you think that stemmed from? You think that stemmed from him being such a celebrity?
I think
he feel like he got a fan base where he can just pop some of this going.
What happened was
what Pusha T did?
What happened was when you play in that arena of disrespect, right? Now if you battling, you play in that arena, right? And you gotta. When you get in there's no lines to this. Everything's wide open. And you fucking with a nigga who his whole career talk about selling dope. So there is no moral line for me. I can say anything and get no repercussions for it.
Right.
Because I've been slinging dope my whole career and it's successful at that, right? So but I can go where you can't go. It's like street shit. It's like it's like you get into it when you're a young nigga, right? You fully actively game banging, and you get into it with another young nigga who may get into it with you, but he got to sit back and be like, you know what? I'm not going to go where he gonna go. So let me shut this shit down now.
But that would be fine and dandy if he had never did the stuff with Meek Mill. See, he already went Meek Mill's another same street rapper talking about drugs, the same shit.
But you know what happened with that? But you know what happened with that was that Meek Mill attack was wrong. Meek Mill went at him with street shit. We already accepted Drake not being that. So
my question is, you, Luck, even you as a lyricist, in that position as a rapper and as an entertainer, I don't give a fuck what Pusha T had to say. I don't give a fuck what Pusha T had to say. as an entertainer, I would still be able to come back with some. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what
Without
it is.
having,
Right.
I don't think Drake has to be street to respond.
You don't.
You don't have to be.
He just has to be finessed and gotta be.
But there's
slick with his case.
yeah, but
let me give you one perspective.
Wait, real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
But the only thing about that is that when we playing dirty, if you don't get as dirty as me, I don't hear you. Nobody hears you. Because think about it. You talking about me, oh look, nigga, whatever, nigga, fat ass nigga, whatever. Everybody laughing, and I'm like, nigga, your mama's a bitch. Whatever come after that, gotta be worse than that. Cause it's this now I'm full out disrespectful. It gotta be worse than that. And if you can't go there, cause you can't, that's not your character. You're not a dirty, filthy nigga. You can't get lowball dirty with me. You got businesses to care about. You got sponsors to care about. It's big money going on. You can't talk about my homie dying or nigga, and you don't have no secrets. There's nothing. There's nothing you have on me. Pusha T is transparent. It's like, nigga, I rapped about everything. I said I did that, whatever. So you ain't got nothing to talk about.
He tried.
And you tried to go dirty.
He
tried, but you can't go dirty. And if you can't go dirtier than the nigga, it's like a nigga telling you, oh yeah, I don't like that hat. Nigga, like, I think you a bitch. Nigga, what do you do after that? You can't keep bagging. You can't keep clowning back. You gotta fire on this nigga. You gotta go harder than that. So look, everybody waiting for that. And so his whole album, if you peep a little song here and there or whatever, he explaining why he didn't. Or if I went in, I did that. I did that. It was a cleanup. And nobody give a fuck about that. We already know you got a son. We know what happened with that. You know, you can't disrespect him back because you can't go there. And your big homie stepped in and babied you. You know what I mean?
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
That was a bad.
That, you know, that he don't even show it. He never even show his face until think about it for years. And we have. We know what's up, right? But think about the generation who came born. We talking about 90, 2000 babies, right? They didn't even know who the nigga was doing the interview.
Not at all.
Just the first time they ever seen him.
Man,
that's him attaching himself.
Yeah, to that. So
to be relevant.
It's an L. What happened was an L showed up. He like, oh shit. Nigga, this is bad for you. I'll step out. I'll take whatever this is. I'll step in front of this and protect you, right? So, and it's to make it look like, oh, your big homie called that. So you can't do nothing. But no,
it's not a real protection.
That's not right. It's not. That's not.
What happened was, because I know exactly, and I'm not like everybody else. I actually know exactly how Drake think all the time. Right.
Right.
So
thanks for the insight on that.
Yeah. So speculating, but I know how Drake think. I just know how Drake think. I went to school in the Valley for a little bit. Like I know how
this nigga.
I know how Drake think.
Right.
He thought, all right. First, it started with Meek Mill. Right. Okay. I'm about to go, first of all, fan base versus fan base. You just lost Nicki. I got all that fan base, Young Money, right? And we talking money and we talking gangster shit, right? We trying to, and that shit, the money could buy you. You know, it's many niggas that seem gangster that's not based on the money they got. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got these niggas around me. I got guns. I got access to make it all look however. So you could kind of bullshit your way through that one. Like, we didn't even see niggas in the hood where it's like, nigga, everybody thought that nigga was a killer for a long time. Then the little young dude just knocked him out. Like, it wasn't even no challenge. It was just da-da-da-da. Like, so, Ben, you got through that one. But then you picked a fight with somebody on some street shit with some hip-hop shit. But you can't, somebody killing you on the bars and then you introduce yourself to bars and real shit and all this. You can't win on real shit, and you can't win on rap shit. Not against Pusha T. So now you thinking like, I'm so popular and you gassing yourself up. You think you more popular than Boy and that you gonna win based on that. Right. Like, no, this nigga know you. Right. And he rap better than you.
My stance on it was that it's bad for the culture. It's bad for hip-hop. For him not to respond. It's bad. It's bad. These dudes been getting along. They've been having smooth sailing their whole career. See, this was something that we had to grow up in, where you had to have. You had to have that iron.
But
be considered the greater.
Right.
But 2 L's ain't cool, Jay.
Your throne. Right.
This nigga, no, man. He gonna take another one. He can't.
If Pusha T already put all the dirt he had, unless it's more dirt.
He said no. So
because Pusha T attacking what his value is. Drake is a brand. He a general market brand. Now you talking about me not taking care of kids and shit. That's not what we supposed to be rapping about.
Right.
We supposed to be rapping about who's real or not.
On the princes and the nigga that's around. Princes never let that nigga start spark something like that.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I got to say for
No,
the record,
no, but
I only love my bed. I only love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry. It's the coldest line in hip hop ever. If you got a 1-year-old.
Say my bed was his son. Like that was
that was a fucking lie.
I didn't know.
That was a fucking lie.
Dude,
Yeah,
how you didn't think of him? Like, I only love my bed. And then you said, I'm sorry. Who was that to?
right.
By the out and all that shit is what, because that would have gave Drake some street credibility, actually. If he would have just admitted he had a baby a long time ago with the ball and all that.
He
tried to keep that under, that's what
But he don't know how to approach it like no real shit.
But this is the thing. I don't think that, look, I think that Drake has shit going on. I don't like. However you look, it's gonna look negative because once we find out, it looks bad. If we bring it out before you bring it out, right?
It's always like.
But
that.
Don't let
me hear about it like that.
Yeah, I don't think that was the case with Drake. Like he was trying to hide the baby. I don't think that. I think some niggas got their own privacy thing they want to keep private. Like if you find out that the nigga,
baby mama was on the
I get it. No. I get that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it. Right. Yeah, so it's a thing where when we at war, right? You got to make sure your shit tight.
Right.
And Pusha, the first line he said was, "Drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside." Look, I'm not finna. This ain't about no dope dealing. I'm not about to do no dope dealing rap, and I'm not about to talk about your ghost writing. Let's talk about all this shit that I'm about to get into. And at the end of it, nigga, I got layers. Do something again and watch what I say next. Watch what else I know about you.
Which is why now I'm not even motivated to really fully engage the album because it's just like anytime you seen somebody like, man, I just seen you just get. Why are you trying to act like we didn't just see you get beat up and now you're doing a record about boxing?
right.
Nah, you got to address that last thing before we get into this album. And I don't care who told you.
And I'm kind of hanging on to it like that.
And going into the Drake album, I honestly thought it was gonna be on there. I was like, the Jay Prince shit was some bullshit.
No. I think, look, man, Jay Prince ain't doing nothing for no gimmicks.
No,
what I mean by that was
investment.
He ain't. Yeah, so Jay Prince can't put himself live on an interview saying it's not coming. That's my word, and then that should show up on Drake album.
No, it ain't gonna
no. Not his reputation. He can't do that.
Right, but
like,
part of what Pusha was saying in the first place was like, nigga, how your pie is divided. That was part of the
I get it. That's what's so cold.
Worse,
right.
Because it's like, dude, we was just talking about Baby and Slim and Wayne in your pocket.
Now we thinking about
Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Which, when we think about him in your pocket, we know he's not there for crumbs.
No,
we know he wouldn't
right.
intervene for crumbs.
Well, we know there's no. Well, we know.
So
there's,
now
we know there's no Drake without Jay Prince.
Right, but see, your whole brand is like OVO, like boss, and the niggas you battling is like
you got like 3 bosses.
You got four. You
got 3, 4 bosses. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, the album was okay.
Yeah,
I haven't listened to it yet. That's why
it ain't really. It sound like the album sounded like what he said was perfect. The album sounded like, to me, when he made perfect sense. It sounded like a playlist. It sounded like he got a song made by a gang of other people. Then he got some R&B in there, which I never really fuck with Jay R&B. It ain't that I actually love R&B, but just not with Drake. Do it too much. I don't really be feeling it that much. So that mixed in there just sound like a not cohesive album. We didn't need a double of that. We didn't need that. Like
he should have just came with some hard.
Well, he ain't even street. He should just. I don't know what he should have did.
I can't say what he should have.
I don't know what he should have did. He just
real. I didn't like the back to back. I didn't really. I wasn't.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Right. I fuck with that. But I just thought it was an okay album, man. It wasn't.
It was okay.
What I wanted
to Drake fan, but it was like all right.
And I do want to say, I know this is we kind of late on this, but I don't know if we ever got the chance to talk about it. Did y'all ever get a chance to hear Nas' album?
Yeah.
I heard Nas' album. Yeah. What you thought, Laze?
I wanted it to be better.
I got an interesting perspective on it, but go ahead.
I wanted it to be better. Like, I expected way better from them two.
Yeah. I think, so I heard the Nas album, and I wasn't impressed. Nas is Nas. He got that kind of like, Nas is kind of like, I always said if this is my opinion, but I always said if hip hop had a statue or a logo, Nas should be be the logo. But Nas, here's the problem. Kanye announced that you're doing Nas' whole album, right? I'm like, oh shit, okay, that should be dope. I get to hear Nas on some different kind of shit. Kanye about to bring Nas in his world. right? I'm interested in that. Nas already can rap, but he needs to be produced.
Yeah, he don't really stray too far from his comfort zone.
Nas, I don't give a fuck how much a veteran. I don't care how much a veteran he is.
For me a long time ago.
Yeah, but Nas is Nas, so it's like it's kind of thing like yeah, you may not like some stuff, but at the end of the day, it's still Nas, nigga. Like he's like one of them guys in hip hop, like you can do no wrong though you be doing wrong.
Right,
like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But where they went wrong, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, if they went wrong, where they went wrong at is that instead of bringing Nas into your world, Kanye, you tried to appease
and go into Nas.
That and go into Nas' world. You went into Nas' world and tried to make what you think a Nas album should sound like by me. When you had that all wrong. That's the problem. We don't want to hear what Nas' albums sound like being done by Nas on his own. We want Nas' lyricism over being. He needs to be produced. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite Nas records or whatever produced by who? Like,
just some of the greats, like hearing Nas on Primo, Nas is like and shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's automatically
he gotta be. Like I love Nas on Boom Bap, right?
Yeah. Large Professor
or Large Professor, right? But once we get out of that, to expand, right? And if you're doing something with Kanye, I'm thinking this is a collaborative effort. I need Nas lyrics, Kanye beats, right? Eve split down the middle, and I didn't get that. I got Kanye trying to make Nas shit. You know what I mean? And that's the problem.
Kanye beats still Kanye beats?
Kanye beats is still dope because me personally, I listen to Kanye album and Kids See Ghosts, and there's bangers on both that I'm fucking with all the way. That Kanye did some shit with. Okay. You know what I mean? And but you can tell when it came, because Pusha album is produced differently, and I love Pusha album. I love it. I love 1 through 7, right? But it's still, he catered to Pusha a little bit. It's dark. It's more dark. It's more like catered to.
Interview, though.
Yeah, it is. But Nas, I think Kanye. What happens with that was when you go in with a nigga like Nas, though you're Kanye still look at Nas like, okay, that's a god. I have to let me make the Nas, the great Nas album. Instead of saying, no, bring Nas into your world. Don't go into his. So when you hear that album, it's not attractive to me. It's not attractive. Listen to the songs, I'm like, that's cool. The one with the Slick Rick sample, Cop Shot, but that gets annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the fact that the sample is continuously looping, and you know what I mean? It's like the first time once over, I'm like, oh, that was cool, and then I don't want to hear it no more though. And some of the beats are just like, so it's hard to hear. Nas, it's kind of like, I hate that he made a statement where
he's real intricate in the way he rhymes and the word.
He is, but he got to get in pocket.
Listen, if you don't listen, you will miss it.
He got to get in pocket. I want to say one thing. I want to say too, and I don't know if I heard somebody say this, but it sounds like some of them lyrics were already done and recorded, and then a beat was put under them.
Yeah.
With some of the tracks.
And that's probably why it sounds
you can't do that because it sounds like a nigga just trying to find his way over the beat.
You can do that every blue moon.
Yeah, man. You might get one to stick and then it may work out. But when you talk about niggas like Nas, it's like how Talib Kweli raps. The way he raps, you can't just throw no beat on the Talib Kweli. Because he be all over the fucking place. Yeah. Respect to Talib, but the way he raps, he just be, I mean, you can't just throw no beat on the nigga like that. Like, but Nas is kind of like the same thing.
That's funny because Nas used to be one of my top 3, top 5 rappers. And I was like, he just kind of plateaued for me. I'm like, all right, a couple of challenges I wanted to see him take up, and a couple of situations.
After what album you think?
After the battle, and then it's always one or two good songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nas is the guy, so I'm not never tripping on.
And
Nas.
the end was that was the last album basically for you? Was it?
It's a song on every album.
No,
or two.
Well, Ether was on what?
Ether was on.
I forgot
look it up and test.
I forget.
Yeah. He don't know. New York niggas don't even know. And another thing, Stillmatic. It was Stillmatic. Yeah, it was. It was Stillmatic, right. But another thing too is when you listen to those tracks, like how you said he going to Nas vibe. It's like, yeah, you're going to Nas vibe, and the Nas vibe is at this point.
What is
working with hip hop workers a long time too? Like that sound of New York vibe sound better in the studio than it do like anywhere else. Yeah. When you in the studio and they pull up one of them samples and running you in there with some New York niggas.
Yeah.
And the shit is it bang in a system that's all pointed to you at the sweet spot.
I tell niggas all the time.
Bang.
I tell niggas all the time. And y'all niggas know, we be in 100 studios. It's hard to judge things with studio ears because nigga, anything sound fucking good in the studio. Loud ass speakers should be banging.
Some shit be hot garbage.
Put the motherfucking in your heart and be like, what the fuck is this? I ain't the same.
No,
you know what I mean?
You can't live to this record. This is studio bomb.
It's a studio. Right.
Studio bomb. And some of them records, I'm like, when I'm listening to them, I'm like, I could see when you was in the studio, plush ass studio with a bucket or something or whatever, however you record, this shit sound fire.
Look, you made a comment
that ain't the one.
And I was being on rap. I just had to. You made a comment earlier that was off air. I just want you to get into this.
I hope it don't be something foul because I know every time you gotta requote me or something like.
Don't say nothing foul.
I just need.
I'm just saying what you said, right? You said you made a quote say, quote unquote, '90s hip hop niggas ruined hip hop.
He said ruined hip hop?
90s hip hop niggas ruined hip hop.
Nigga said run hip hop, brother. I know he said ruined.
Oh no, my brother. Look. Oh no, my brother. Now, so please explain. Please, why we have the notorious Gangsta Dresta in the building today?
Right, shout out Gangsta Dresta.
Please explain it.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, first of all, when I say ruined,
I got it. We want to know why you made this statement, quote unquote.
Don't quote unquote it though. That's I don't think it's like you. I don't think
this is what you said, dog. You said 90s hip hop niggas ruin hip hop.
Okay.
I would love to hear the theory on that.
Okay. Now.
All right. No disclaimers. Because one's coming right now.
You got one disclaimer?
No, brother, clarity is coming.
Okay. That's the way to put it.
All right. So, would you agree? Because you guys know hip hop. Would you consider yourself 90s hip hop? First of all. I'm not going to even ask Dresta that.
80s hip hop.
80s?
Look, see?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I should ask you.
My first concert was the Fresh Fest in Long Beach. That's the first concert I went to.
Well, I'm glad.
Legendary.
Legree is not doing her job.
Not at all.
You're gazing into this nigga's eyes. Wake up! Wake up! Don't you come around here unless you come correct. And you're not supposed to be holding it. Give it to him. And you're supposed to pass it.
I just want to say hello and fuck you. That was all. Go ahead.
Just pass it. Just pass it. So I'm glad we got you here because then that's some 80s perspective on this. Because even you can speak more to what I'm saying. So, in the 90s, it became a lot about lyricism. Lyricism started to be really pronounced, right? Early 90s.
Late 80s.
Late 80s, early. Rakim.
Eric B. Rakim. 1987.
I would say it started
86, 87 is when it started.
I would say it started with Rakim. Late 80s, so I put it early 90s.
Yeah.
Because when people say 90s, I always want to make sure that we know the difference between the early 90s, mid-90s, and the late 90s because it's totally different shit.
That's why I said late 80s.
Yeah. So the late 80s, early 90s. But I'm going to put it on the 90s because I feel like the wave started to really pick up on Rakim's route and KRS-One's route and Kool Moe Dee and Cool J and all these artists that started getting money and take the mainstream in the 90s, right? So when lyricism came about, that's what, first of all, hip-hop purists, they like, he don't have bars. He don't have lyrics. Hip-hop didn't start on bars and lyrics. It started on Master of Ceremonies, Rockin' a Party. Those MCs was rocking over Aretha Franklin and other records with no lyrics, right? You know, just knowing how to rock any party. Mm-hmm. The dopest MCs that I ever seen from that era, you know, Cowboy and like Busy Bee and whoever it may be, like, they're not out there trying to sell a record, project, album, lyricism, none of that. That's trade stuff. Yeah. That's rapping for rappers and people who enjoy that level of lyricism. Making music and rocking a party, which is what hip-hop brought really to music in general, was like how to really, really rock a party. Mm-hmm. That don't have nothing to do with lyricism. It don't have nothing to do with your album coming out, right? So from the minute we got to it being all about lyricism and they dissing like different artists based on them not meeting some bar lyrically, now you're not hip-hop, whatever. No, that's rap shit. Hip-hop shit is not about a nigga having lyrics. It's about a certain effect you have on other people. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like the 90s was a big part of like, because the 2000s started bringing that party shit back. And then these kids, they learn how to have their level of lyrics and still rock a party. Like, they can abstract rap, you know, like, and still rock a party. So I never shit on the new generation like maybe some of the older 90s dudes do, because I'm not checking for fucking lyrics every time somebody grab a mic. I feel like that's part of when the culture start getting sold out. That's when sponsorships start coming. That's when the business of rap came in, and the elitism of who got these lyrics or don't got lyrics. When that's something made in the studio, that's something made in your room by yourself, that's something that's a you thing, which I respect because that's a big part of the culture. But rocking the party is the bottom. A lot of these dudes who rap bomb as fuck can't rock a party. But you a MC?
They're not MCs. That's why. That's what I think happened with the music industry as far as rap, is that it was so new, that was all just bunched into one thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't given the opportunity to grow and say, okay, well, we're going to have conscious rappers, we're going to have lyrical rappers, we're going to have party rappers. You know what I mean? All that stuff was kind of, we didn't get to have those no say-so in that. Because actually, lyricism actually started before Rakim, because Run DMC was lyrical. We considered them lyricists when they first came out. And they were groundbreaking. They was the first group who actually came with some hard beats really behind what they were saying.
And sold some fucking records.
And the image as well.
And have a sponsor deal.
That's where the business started at. It didn't start in the 90s. It started with Run DMC, actually.
Adidas. Big business. Adidas came into play.
Yeah. That's where the big business came into the play with Run DMC, the imagery, you know what I mean? Wearing the costume, basically. You know what I mean? That's basically what it was.
Yeah, I mean, just the trend of lyricism being regarded to as that's the hip-hop.
Right.
You don't have lyrics, you're not hip hop. You hear what he's saying? That, like, nigga, whack lyrics is a big ass part of hip hop.
Right. That's real shit. I like hearing that. It makes. I must say, it makes total sense. Now, when you generalize like that it sounds fucked up. Because generalizing it is, we can't help who did what. You know what I mean? But I understand that also. You know what I mean? Because I was a part of that. I was the one who came up and started rapping, and if you couldn't rap, I'm like, nigga, that's weak shit. That ain't real hip hop shit. I'm like, damn. Like when I used to listen to nigga Russ Parr, look at all these roaches, and when I used to listen to fucking, you know what I mean? Like when Busy Bee was getting down, and I got old takes from that. And my sister got
everybody real hip hop when motherfucking
look at Too Short.
Even if it wasn't lyrical, it was creative. It was all people were
trying to be
out original each other. You know
everybody who love hip hop love Milk D.
And right. And I love that. And I think to that point too, you're right. But to that point too, we made it where we said lyrics specifically, where we was like, if you ain't doing that, you garbage. And I'm like, damn, we kind of did fuck that up because we put this kind of unrealistic, a standard that wasn't there at first. It was just about a culture with our party. We having fun.
Feeling
if you can rap, cool. If you rock the party, that should be cool too. And everybody's supposed to just get along in that aspect of it. When niggas started downing other niggas for not being as good as them, then it's like niggas getting on Bird. It's like niggas getting on Bird talking about niggas can't ball because all Bird had was a 3. Nigga, so that's killer having a 3 because he can't dunk like Jordan. You know what I mean? That should be cool that he's effective in his game also. Yeah. So I shit, nigga, I don't know nothing but to agree with you on that aspect of it because I was one of the ones. I was the nigga.
I was one of the ones.
Like,
I'm not saying like point like
right.
Like I put out records for Project Blow, so we wasn't putting out radio hits.
Right.
We was putting out rap for rappers.
Yeah.
For the most part, for the culture of people who saying like that's real hip hop. But I'm like, how can something be the real that when that only came about at a certain point?
Yeah.
What is real hip hop? If everybody got theories and definitions of what they think real hip hop is, but real hip hop is whatever you're doing because it has to evolve. You know what I mean?
It gotta evolve.
It has to evolve. If it don't evolve, it's no purpose in us even considering being rappers or none of that.
And with that being said, the mistake. With that being said, I think what a mistake happened was that we all should have been able to do what we wanted to do inside of this culture we created. But when I started saying it wasn't you, when I started saying like, no, that ain't it. That what you doing in hip hop, that's when it got fucked up. You're like, nigga, what you mean it's a hip hop?
Let me give you another perspective though. Can I give y'all another perspective? See, I grew up in juvenile hall. So it was a different thing. Juvenile hall, you had to compete. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the radios playing the music all the time. We was the radio.
Right.
So and it was a sparring contest. You know what I mean? On who was the dopest. You know what I mean? And so it's a difference in coming up on the streets and hearing the radio and following what the radio do, and then being in the system to where
Right,
we're actually
right.
the ones purchasing the tapes and listening to it every day, and we to go in. I had niggas.
Yeah.
Some of my first early battles in camp in like 1985, shit like that. It was niggas coming fresh off the streets who was spitting, right? And I get home a year later and find out these niggas was using Rakim lyrics coming to Rakim lyrics against us.
Damn.
Imagine how bad we felt in battle with niggas.
Right.
In 1985.
Right.
We don't know.
Right.
This nigga hard.
Right. Damn, that's crazy.
Right.
That's an interesting way to look at it too. That's a whole different dynamic shift because it shows like, depending on where you are geographically, that's a whole nother way on what was hip hop to you, how you viewed it. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
And see, but I listen to some of the rappers now, and I think about a few of the homies where, like, we always had the homies who these homies rap, I did graffiti, these homies rap, these homies are the dope rappers, and it's always that one dude that's just like, we know he not the dope rapper, he's just like the whack rapping homie. And our homie was K-Day. But he had all these super
Shout out to K-Day.
Oh yeah, shout out to K-Day, man. He knew his raps was like, we used to be like, man, these raps you keep wanting the ladies down though.
Right.
And Nick, like boom. Yo. Now fast forward to 2018, the future, he called me up like, man, fuck you niggas. I'm like, what's up? He like, nigga, I was out here sounding just like fucking little Uzi, and y'all niggas was hating on me. This nigga's a millionaire. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, how many of the homies like you not to the level where you like lyrically like us? We the niggas. We gonna take it.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
It was during that time period, though.
it was during that time period.
Yeah.
But there was a time period where before the lyricism kicked in, where if you think about it, everybody was a whack rapper then. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to the old raps, it was like, her name's Michelle and my name is Todd, and we both together, and that seems so odd. But okay, nigga, you can't think no faster or more complex.
But it's also about
Then it
what you
started
had in your
developing.
arsenal at the time.
But
Like K-Solo and them niggas, or
way back before. I'm talking about when it was really hip hop was a DJ culture.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And the
Popular for every nigga that want to rap. Every nigga didn't think.
I'm thinking about
The
Special
nigga-
Ed. I'm talking about K-Solo.
the nigga
Special
with
Ed
the
out there.
crates was hyping your setup too. But you playing records, you put your hands up and y'all and DJ Cool Herc. Like, I'm talking about that dude who started putting a little bit more bars to it and then be like, now if you on the left and you boom. That's supposedly like, okay, you about to make a song out of this, my nigga?
That was an extension. That was an extension from the late '70s and the way
Right.
the parties went on. And if you
Right.
like, you probably know, growing up in the projects and all. My mom used to give parties. I mean, it was chants that went to certain songs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how the party.
And I'm your MC for the night. My name is Toddy. You know, whatever. You like, okay, you got it.
Like Brick House, for example. Commodore. Brick House was a big song when it came out. And at the parties, they used to sing Brick, Stick, Moby Dick, House. The whole crowd, everybody in the house knew this chant when this certain song came on.
Right.
So that's where that derived from. What you're talking about, it derived from that to where, okay, now we did an MC to keep the party going. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, I remember, I don't know if you guys remember, he from LA. And this is what one of the first dudes, I was like, oh, see, that's a hip hop MC that's still doing that. Prince Whipper Whip. He used to just like host parties in LA, but he still do it like that same way, like just all crowd participation and then a couple of lyrics to enhance and let you know what's going on, what you should be doing, any little chant that the whole party should know, you know what I mean, like you just said, and all that shit.
You know,
Miss Master Spade. You feel what I'm saying?
You know who still do that to this day with. Shout out to Ninth Wonder, my man E. Jones from Soul Council. Ninth Wonder still does parties called 95 Live in North Carolina. And Ninth Wonder, when he DJ, E. Jones is with him. E. Jones is on mic the whole time. Yeah. Like, his whole job is rock the fucking party. Yeah. Ninth doing his thing, he's on the mic rocking the party. All the chants, all the shit. It's like, it's real like, oh, nigga, I remember when this was popping. Like, you couldn't help but the music getting you, the DJ giving the hype man giving direction. It's like the old school MC with the DJ thing.
Yeah.
It was real as fuck.
MC with the DJ.
Before we did Real Motherfucking G's, when I was fresh out of Hawaii, that's what I did. I went to all the picnics in every hood. All the they give me the mic. I'm walking around, keep the crowd going. That's something I've been doing since I was a kid.
That's what
that started from me DJing for my mama parties, and you know what I mean, as a kid.
Hip hop.
record not
The
even
real hip hop
all
shit though.
music, not just
but I know
rap.
I'm saying, but that was the real hip hop. It didn't go with you having a rap for that. It was like I was saying, you could rock over a Aretha Franklin record, not rapping over it, just hyping the party up the whole time.
Yeah. And it expounds past rap because you got a lot of Jamie Foxx, for instance, he was the hype man for Living Color before he ever got a scene to do anything. When we performed on Living Color, Jamie Foxx was the man in the audience, keeping the crowd entertained in between takes.
I didn't even know that. That's real shit. Damn.
Real shit.
First of all, let me go on record before we move on to this next subject. Let me go on record to say, for those who don't know Gangsta Dresta, right? You do know Real Compton City G's. If you don't know nothing, you know that fucking song, and you know Dre was the writer of that song, which is very important. You need to know that. All parts, not BG part though, right? Parts of BG. Right, BG, right. But everything else though, Gangsta Dresta.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm glad he's here today also because, and we'll end up having another. I want to do it maybe like a special show where we kind of dedicate it to like just stories of Dresta. This nigga. And cats like yourself, though, you know, these cats that actually been out here experiencing a lot of shit. There's so many stories, dog. You be sitting up listening to him like you know, how you listen to Granddad telling those stories, whatever. This nigga got the stories of all this legendary shit being around. You know what I mean? We talked about outside about the other shit we talking about the publishing company, whatever, you know. But
okay, let me ask you this question without going into that random question. Don't mean to cut your wisdom, God.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
If this applies, and you could say who or not, but what situation did a person get hit the hardest connected to hip hop that you were privileged to be at that location?
Physically
assaulted.
What you mean? Shit.
You?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What happened?
I'm the guy from the golf course.
The notorious tape.
Oh!
That chased the nigga after getting hit with the golf.
With the golf.
My hand was broke, my head was busted, and I still didn't fall on the ground and chased the nigga trying to get the nigga after he hit me with a golf club.
He hit you with the actual.
You remember the footage?
I remember the footage. But I remember I never talked to him.
Right.
I'm asking right now.
To the extent to where the tip of the golf club broke off. That's how hard I was hit.
God damn.
So you had to get stitches, surgery,
I had
anything?
stitches in my head. My hand, you can still see my bones sticking out right here. My hand was broke from blocking. Because I wouldn't know. I'm not no running nigga.
Right.
You got a golf club, you got one swing and I'm going to get you.
Right.
That's my mentality.
Right.
I'm going to give you that swing.
Right.
I know who I am.
Right.
And I caught it. I blocked the motherfucker, but it bent.
Damn.
It still got me in the head. So that's how much force was involved.
God damn.
With some Thanos shit. God damn.
And that's just the ending part of the story. See, the
Right.
whole first part of the story y'all don't know about. Because they didn't expose that part.
Right.
It's coming up. Don't trip.
Okay.
How about that? You want to go into
I'm about to say, yeah.
I went right for the.
About to
What
say,
was that?
We can turn this show into that.
Right.
real quick.
Before. Boom, boom. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But
That's crazy to just randomly ask that question and then he had that be the answer.
I-
Like, nigga,
because-
what the fuck are y'all talking
Because
about?
what I was just saying was no
Because he
bullshit.
knows some other shit.
It
Love
just-
knows some
dog,
other
the
shit, too.
stories, dog. I'm telling you, I'll be sitting there like, damn, like all that. I mean, EP know, like, god damn, because you know, you be thinking like, you sit back and you got to think, man. When I first met Dog, when I first met Snoop, this was me. Now I get to be around Snoop, Corrupt, and all these people, and I get to ask them all the things I ever wanted to ask them, being a kid watching these niggas crack and be who they are in the world, right? Same thing for Dresta, right?
Right, because if you don't know Lucc, he's a podcaster in real life. Nigga, if you rolling with him, you're going to be like, dog. When you were pulled over by the police that time, what were you feeling? What was going through your mind?
Dog, I gotta
He'll
know, dog.
interview you out of nowhere.
Dog,
So, I imagine this is going.
Shit.
I asked these niggas,
It's
dog.
going just like this. However, he about to say.
I asked these niggas. I used to be on tour with niggas. I asked these niggas every question I ever want to ask in my life about everything I ever thought and everything I ever seen from any kind of news shit. Like, man, so you really like? I'm that nigga. I need to know. Like Corrupt got incredible stories. Corrupt all day long got stories all day long about all kind of shit. And Corrupt is one of them niggas. Shout out to Corrupt, my nigga, man. He really, a lot of people don't know, Corrupt is really a good big homie. Like, because he went through a lot of shit. Niggas don't understand how much Corrupt went through in this rap shit, my nigga. I'm talking about everything good and everything bad you can go through being a rapper, being from moving out here, being from a notorious hood out here, being aligned with all this shit. He went through rapping, beefing with niggas on rap shit.
Marrying Foxy Brown.
Going back to a label that was beefing with your niggas. You gotta think, all this shit happened, crumbling through all that shit. Yeah. Like, so he got his perspective on a lot of shit is just different. You know what I mean? But it's all with love though. So when he tell you these stories and these things, you be like, God damn, nigga.
So you was asking him, and then
I asked Jason, same thing. A question pop up, I'm asking. All you gonna do is say, I don't want to talk about that. That's the only thing a nigga can tell me. I don't want to talk about that. Other than that, I'm asking. I want to know. Nigga, I'm a fan of this. Nigga, I was a fan of this. I watched this happen. It was crazy when Comp City G's come out because you gotta think, niggas, we were Death Row. If you was West Coast, you was Death Row fan. And then all of a sudden,
you don't have no excuses, man.
Right?
I went up against the biggest
hands down
mogul company in the history of hip hop at that time,
and
wrote a song that made a difference.
That still played to this day.
The Eazy-E record was already being pressed up without that song. When I wrote that song became the first song off the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had to stop pressing and add that song to the project. And that's how big it was for a lot of underdogs.
Damn.
Everybody wasn't.
and at that time,
And the
stop pressing.
The video wasn't even shot yet. Video wasn't
Video wasn't stopping.
Damn.
Video, none of that.
You got to think we went from
How big is that?
that's because the '80s was ruthless, right? We got the ruthless shit, right? We all Easy fan, NWA fans and all that, right? And then when the '90s niggas start coming up, then you got Snoop, Dre, Krupp, and all that Death Row shit, and then they turned that to 300-something million global, worldwide shit, right? And then now they beef with Easy publicly, but Easy always had the reputation as
Eazy and Dr. Dre live around the corner from each other. Whole time all that shit going on.
Look.
In Calabasas.
Look.
You know what I'm talking about? While we going to award shows, calling, we need like 5Ks in the parking lot with Lee. These niggas, we going through that shit like that at the time. But the whole time, them dudes live around the corner from each other.
Goddamn. Dog, I'll tell you, dog, we'll be talking about this show. All this shit, dog. I'm glad to hear, dog. I'm glad to hear.
Glad to have you too.
And you gotta hear some of his records today. Like one of the coldest disc writers in LA.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's good. That's the one he
went
to.
Wait.
He went to that one.
Wait.
He could have just said coldest writer.
No, I have several albums on this dude right now. We just gotta put them out. We gotta mix them.
You hear that, Drake?
Holly Rob.
You hear that, Drake?
We gotta mix.
You don't gotta write these albums.
What?
The responses.
Yeah, Drake.
All up Drakesta. Right. He gonna put out a new album called Drakesta.
Hey, I got a theory about that too. We'll talk about that one day. I don't even know how Aubrey got a name like Drake. I don't even know where that came from.
Hey man.
Singing all that, because I do all that kind of shit too, right?
Let me let's
Those are the best nasty songs too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
all right.
Slut walk. Let's go. Welcome Legree to the show.
I want to say, if y'all haven't heard, just to switch topics a little bit. If y'all haven't heard, things are looking on the up and up. Hopefully, I'm praying for the homie too. I don't know him personally, but I've definitely been a fan since a youngin. C Murder. If y'all haven't heard anything about his case, he had 2 witnesses now. Recanted. It's 2 now. Yeah, exactly. Recanted their stories about what they lied about him.
They recanted based on the police coercing them, or based on them just saying they were lying?
They said they was getting pressure from the people and peoples.
I knew one was getting pressed.
Yeah, they're getting pressed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my bad. I was being unprofessional.
Reading?
Yeah,
when reading is unprofessional.
Yeah, that's burnt. It's burnt. He was getting pressure from the judicial system. You know what I mean? From the people's. One of the people wrote a letter. The second witness, Darnell Jordan, he had sent a letter to the 24th Judicial District Court, claiming that the JPSO also played a role in this fabricated story. They said, alleging that they tricked him into identifying C Murder as the shooter. You know what I mean? So now they got 2 witnesses back to back, which it was a good thing for C Murder, because you know, that's just fucked up, nigga.
That's
But
all you need.
that's all you need, yeah.
You need a person you need to have a person corroborate your story for you to win.
Right.
And that's what he needs to
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully he'll be coming home soon with this. That should be enough, man. You know, you got two. One was already enough. Now you got two motherfuckers like, hey, yeah, we are feeling the pressure. I was fucked up, whatever. So
we had warrants.
Whatever the case may be. I'm glad the
That's
fuck.
how it happened.
You had warrants.
Look, you got warrants, motherfucker. You want to testify for your boy? He's rich. Or you wanna go to jail?
Some motherfucking what you call this shit? You go shopping with gift cards and shit. Motherfucker get on the stand for a Happy Meal after you keep motherfucking tape so long. I'm telling you, boy. Damn.
That's crazy. I watched this show called The Wrong Man.
Damn, that sounds like some fucked up shit.
And it's all about people that got fucked up cases, like witnesses, jurors, lawyers, all type of crazy shit.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Like this one dude in fucking Mississippi somewhere, nigga, some little town in Mississippi. Nigga, he got like, somebody was like, nah, that wasn't him. Another person, they say he killed like 4 people in like some furniture store. And they was like, nigga, that wasn't him. They just tried to trace it like off a footprint, and them saying he worked there.
Damn.
That motherfucker he went to court 7 times.
Oh my God.
He had 7 different trials.
My nigga, they be trying to kill niggas, man.
You got to move out the county when it like, nah, dude.
No, nigga, they had 7 different trials. 2 of them was mistrials. The other ones were like 4. Like the other 2 was like death penalties.
Silence your course.
Yeah, nigga, he been in jail 21 years. He just got another appeal.
Damn.
So he's going to court for the 8th time.
My nigga, they be fucking. This is a whole nother section of the show that get into. But you be hearing about these stories, man. They be fucking niggas over, man. Like it's like damn, like nigga. It's like you can be one day. You can literally just be picked. Like it ain't got nothing to do with how you live your life. You can literally just be. You could have went to the store.
Some people are. It's
just picked.
Real life is actually what goes on.
You walk down the street, police pick you up, and then you don't even know that they looking for a murder suspect for some other shit. Like, and you about to be wrapped. You thinking it's a mistake. I'm about to be out. I got cover. I got witnesses say I was here and whatever. No, they finna wrap all that shit up. And you finna go to jail for about 20-something years. That's fucked up.
A conviction on this.
Yeah,
we need a conviction on this. And you
ain't gonna look bad. We need one.
We don't.
You spend 21 years to figure it out.
That's crazy, my nigga. That's
you
crazy.
Who get in there and don't try to figure it out. Some people give up. It ain't just that easy for a motherfucker to look at all that time and go in there and say, I'm gonna go to the law library every day and figure out how to get out this shit.
The fucked up part is they didn't find no gun. All this shit, like, there's no gun. There's no fucking evidence. And this man been sitting in jail for 21 years.
Have you guys heard of the Innocence Project?
No, I haven't.
Shit too.
Yeah, that's the one I like. These types of stories that Khalif brought are like all of that is so. It's the Innocence Project. Yeah, they've been getting a lot of people out after 16, 17, 21, 30 something years. Like it really sucks to fight this hard for them to come out into a world that they have no idea what they're stepping into, and they sometimes the conviction not getting reversed. Like how do you then go and get a new job and everything? Like you really have fucked these people's lives like all the way.
And for those that don't know, that's the longtime friend of the show. That's Legree.
That's Legree.
That's Legree. So she started talking and nobody knew who she was.
Personally, because you already, but you.
I didn't introduce you today.
You know what? I'm so sorry.
Today I didn't introduce you today, so I just want them to know your voice when they hear your lovely voice.
And
they
I
need
appreciate
to know who you are.
I appreciate you so much, Lucc. Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You're so good to me.
I'm faithful.
Unlike you are.
Okay.
You are, and I appreciate you for that.
I gotta stop before it comes.
Unlike the 2 niggas y'all have me sitting in between.
I don't want
thank
no
you.
problem.
And I'd like to
being the designated mic holder over here for these bum ass niggas.
welcome you back. And
what you saying, Laze?
I like to compliment you on your whole I see you went to the little Slauson nail shop and got. I know Palmwood Peach.
I know Palmwood Peach.
They only got that at the Slauson.
Right.
They got nail polish that's based on hoods.
And the Incredibles are out, so she got her whole little.
Hey, let me. The Incredibles.
You about to go to Magic Mountain? Never mind.
Wow.
You gonna get that little keychain you'll be dressed like?
Niggas.
That's fucked
Look, he's like, oh no, hold on, man, what you doing?
He said, wait a minute, I'm a part of this. Like, wait a minute.
Whatever, nobody likes you about
I know it's kind of, the subject got kind of light, but when y'all reminded me of something talking about and people innocent and all that, I want to ask your opinion on something. It's a very touchy subject, I just want to say. So
before we go there, can I just say one thing?
Please, yeah, please.
People that might be listening, if you're incarcerated, man, you got a lot of time, man. Don't give up on yourself. I got at least 4 people that I know within the last 5-6 months who one just did 30 years, one did 27. I even know a female that just did 27 years who just came home.
Damn.
So it's possible, bro. That's all
damn.
I want to say.
Right. Okay.
Shout out to y'all. Damn.
God damn. That's crazy.
I think I'm 31.
God damn, right.
I know a female who just came home. We started in juvenile hall together, 15 years old. When she got convicted in juvenile hall, went from juvenile hall to YA, from YA to prison, and just was paroled within this year.
Damn. Nigga, you know what, you gotta be, you gotta like find, you know how people, I mean, I gotta go there. You know how people, when it comes to spirituality and stuff like that, when you go through shit like that, you gotta find it because it's easy. We be stressing out being out here, being free, going through our little shit, right? You got people in there that ain't seen the streets since the 80s, right? And then they're supposed to hopefully stay sane and not adjust to the lifestyle or whatever that is. I mean, you adjust while you're there, and you do what you do as you know.
It just becomes a different
world.
It becomes
this
world
right.
It don't exist no more.
It don't exist anymore, right. So
after 5 years, you really
right.
don't believe that you're never going to see this stuff.
Right. So it's crazy because you got, so I commend people who, it's a lady I met, she just did about, I think she did like 23, 24, maybe around 27. Her name was Donna Hilton. And I met her at this other radio station that
I know about 7 people because I know 3 girls who was like that just came. All 3 of them started in juvenile hall.
And that's ill too. And you know, people never talk about that is that when you say, if you even say the word prison, right? You never think of women.
Never think of women.
No.
You think of men. And so her thing was, she was talking, I was like, damn, I really never thought about that. Yeah. She was saying how, because she did 27, I think she did. Mm-hmm. And she was saying how, she said, y'all don't understand what it's like to be a woman in the system. She said, I did 27. I hope I got her time right, but she definitely did a dub or something more, right? I said, she said, you don't understand what it's like being, he said, the waiting room is empty as fuck. She said, not my, he said, she said the waiting room is empty, the visiting room, is empty. She said, hardly nobody, she said, you almost left for dead when you're a woman in jail. It's crazy that you would think that motherfucker be full. It's mothers and stuff, it's all kind of empty. They said letters you don't hardly get no letters. It's like when you're a woman and go to jail, the world just kind of writes you off. He said, because even when you think of prison, you don't even think of women.
At all.
You never think of women. You don't even think of women. Naturally, you don't. You know what I mean? Or take somebody who been there, who got friends and been in the system and know what's up and been across, and that when they big up and they talk about these stories, they talk about them all.
Or if you're in an abusive relationship and the woman is the abuser,
that was a twist. But you know, okay. But what I wanted to get to was this. When I said about earlier with the story thing, where it gets tricky and it gets a touchy subject. But I want to know what you guys honestly think on that. When you talk about women who accuse men of rape, but lying, right? When they lie. Which is a terrible fucking thing. It's been happening since
the Me Too phenomenon.
It's psychological, bro.
It's fucked up.
I've studied a lot of it. It's psychological. They have a thing called perpetrator substitute.
Please hit me to that. What's that? Okay.
Perpetrator substitute is like a person, you can victimize a person, and instead of them taking it out on you, they'll find someone else to be the person to take it to.
Damn.
So they will have to deal directly with.
Right.
It's called being the next nigga.
Substitute. Yeah, put it on the next person.
It's the next nigga. Every time you date somebody, at least in LA, yeah, you the next nigga, you getting that. I didn't even do the shit you mad at me about. I mean, I'm bringing it to a relationship thing joking, but that's the real, like, what I see a lot. It come out of relationships, like, oh, I'm dealing with, I didn't do this.
So when you talk about something as serious and deep as fucking rape is, you know, it's almost like it's telling with the person too, because like you know what that word attached to a man does to him. It's damn near impossible to even get that removed. That's why they use it. So you reached into that most darkest, evilest place in you to put that on me or whoever, right? And then basically scar them for life, because whether you did it or not, somebody like you that. If you hear that, if you get the headline, if a girl says this, you see the internet every day. Some girl say something. You never. You just,
even the accusation.
She can go back and recant. She can do everything. Somebody's still gonna be like, "Oh, the rapist." Yeah. Oh, nigga, like he raped this one. You like, wait a minute, nigga, I didn't get convicted of that.
That don't wash off either.
Yeah. So the flip side is, like, will there ever be laws or something that protect somebody in that? It gets tricky because it's your word against their word, obviously, right? But we have those situations where somebody did recant or tell a story where they got caught up lying, they got caught. It's impossible for that to happen. The evidence, whatever. So what happened with that? With the law, like, does the law change?
I hope not.
Why is that?
Because then they'll never recant. They already got away with getting you in jail. If she knows she could get prosecuted for telling the truth
but you have to prove
now
also.
It's over.
But see, but then you're
dealing with women keeping secrets.
I got it, but you have to prove it also. That's a whole nother thing too. So some things just there's cases where something just didn't fit because it was impossible.
So
like
a bunch of cases where you're innocent too.
It's a bunch of cases where it's like, no, he wasn't even there. He was on record, on video, over here doing this at the same time. That can't even happen. So with situations like that, it's like, okay, bitch, you was lying.
We have to understand how long this stuff has been going on. This ain't nothing new.
Right. Definitely.
Long time.
Yeah. It's like with the whole resurgence, what we think of, not we think of resurgence. We know what's up, but for people in the world to think the new hype is white people calling police on black people. Like, that's not, it's new to y'all. It ain't new to us. Like, so, but like that's been happening since, you walk down the neighborhood and somebody call the police on you talking about you look suspicious. So,
which I just got to say on that topic, download Neighborhood Watch app and download whatever that other app is what's the other snitch app? You know it?
Oh, nigga.
Nigga said, what's the other snitch app? You know it?
This is Dresta. I just want to say on record, I have no idea what the fuck a snitch app is, man.
That nigga got offensive.
That nigga said, what's the other snitch app? You know it?
Ask me no shit like that. On air?
You asked a nigga about snitching, he turned British.
Nigga, you did the same thing myself to you.
You're right, I'm sorry, man.
No, nigga.
Nigga said, no. Why would I know that?
Because it's...
And then you looked at me like we discussed it.
No.
Right.
Out of everybody in the room, it wasn't even like, y'all know?
Right. It was like him, like you.
Like, you know about the snitch app? Nah. But it's an app that... they going like the Neighborhood Watch app is fucking hilarious. The homegirl showed it to me. And they like firecrackers in the area. Guy in the blah, blah, blah. Like they just putting up everything they see all day. Police came out. Blah, blah, blah. Called the police. Police came. Oh, and it's detailed at 9:59. Blah, blah. And wherever you at,
Yelp reviews is good.
Yo, you don't know. And the thing is, don't have something that you could download that somebody else know about what's going on with you that you ain't download to find out, to know for yourself, because it might be a culture of that in the area. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't have it yet, but I was like, man, I need to download that and just look at it sometime, because especially if you're young, you don't know.
Community Watch.
There we go, and it's more than one of them. So that's what they're using to talk about what's going on at the Airbnbs. Okay, this person Airbnbs at this house, so now I'm watching the house.
Look at the clear picture. They got a vandal seen throwing eggs on Century Drive at 8 p.m. They got the clear picture of this nigga. Who took that? The nigga with him? Look at the nigga right next to him took it? Who took it? His partner took it?
Yo. Under surveillance 24 hours a day now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but we don't know. But while your neighborhood getting gentrified or whatever, and the new white dudes is just sitting there all day going, Jerome Taylor, walking out 9:59. He meets Lucretia Evans. That's not his girlfriend. Like it's like, God damn, you got a little record, dude. So
that's crazy, dog.
Look, you looking at it, you fucked up right now.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn.
Hey, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Charlamagne, man. I ain't never met the dude, but I watched an interview with Charlamagne recently on his Unsung, and he talked about this. He talked about the rape culture, how we kind of, some of us kind of came up in the midst of the rape culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know it's been times in my life where I've been somewhere with a girl and just didn't want to take her home because, you know, I didn't want to take her home because we didn't do it. So I call your friends and I leave and, oh, he raped me. You know, it's shit like
right.
Women have caused a lot of people to die behind that type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
With these false allegations, it's not cool, man. It's really not.
Shit, look what happened. What you call it? I mean, it wasn't rape, but look what happened with Emmett Till. She recanted after all the minutes on her deathbed.
All those
years on your deathbed, you want to say he did nothing.
Wrong with that woman.
She should have shut the fuck up for the rest of her life. Because the fact that happened,
it did that.
You want to go back all these years.
Right.
But the reality of it was if anything you said it was a whistle. The fact that y'all did that shit over
that
a
even
whistle.
Happened.
Mind you,
that's a good one. Even happened. Whistle
right,
even happened.
It didn't happen, but the whole point was you did that off a whistle. Like about overreact.
She did that because she's a racist, evil bitch. And
well, she is a racist,
when you get
evil
to the
bitch.
core of that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
and there's a lot of racist, evil bitches out there.
What she do was she started clearing her conscience before death.
Okay, well, good on her, bitch. You still ain't going to heaven.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, on the rape culture thing, can I just say this before we move on? Like, if you a young dude and I would say 17 to like early 20s and you dating, this is my bar on that. Do not get to be one of these dudes that play when you playing that like touchy game and she going rape.
That shit ain't funny.
That's not a game. The little like grabby like this new this generation got a lot more like unisexy vibe, like in the sense of like you could really get down with a female on her level and get to slap boxing her and hitting her. Like remove yourself from all that bros with the females. Take yourself out that category. And if you got a female who want to like play like that, know that like that's going somewhere. Even niggas know not to slap box after a certain point in life because as soon as I get hit the wrong way, it's a real fight. And as soon as you do it the wrong way, it's real jail time associated with that, whether you did something or you didn't do it. And I know it happens to a lot of females more often than it should never happen, but I know real shit does happen. But being like on the road for a large part of my young adult life, I realized like even times like late in dating, you'll be doing something with a girl and she'll go, no, playing, and then I'll shut it all the way down, right? Why every time because for me in the world where I come from, like no really do mean no, because I leave and how you can recall this and how even if I told the truth, I would body myself. Did she say no? Yeah, but she was playing. You're going to jail. It ain't no, but she was playing. So just if you young, leave those type of games out your love life, man, because a lot of times that's one thing that lead to the shit. It's like there was this incident that could be manipulated or misconstrued or whatever the fuck that was going from her playing some type of way to you doing real last time and a nigga trying to play with your asshole or anything can happen. So get that out the program is my add to that one topic.
And females could just be better females. Like you could just be a better woman and not do this to men, because there are a lot of good men out there that you're getting put down for you being silly because you mad and you in your feelings. Like it's never that serious to lie on somebody, to lie. Anybody who's ever been raped or in a situation where it was going to even be like that, the emotional toll that it takes on you, like that's not some shit you want to play with. Because bitch, you say that now and you want to lie, ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you when it actually does happen. I know that sounds horrible, but don't speak that shit into existence. Don't even say that that's a real thing that you're co-signing is happening. If you don't want that for your life, stay as far away from that and don't put yourself in those types of positions. But most definitely do not disrespect these men and lie on their dick, like, and their being, like, that's not cool at all.
Don't lie on their dick. Legree Sean, 2018.
Wow. I don't lie on this
I knew you were gonna say that.
Lay on his dick, if anything.
Wow.
Lay on the dick. Don't lie on it.
I didn't see that coming at all.
God damn.
Open your eyes, girl.
Yeah,
I hate you. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. We've been going on just about damn near 3 hours, dog.
Wait,
not really because.
Okay. It was a break in the middle and all kind of stuff.
You bored by that?
No, I'm saying like I don't know how long.
We've been here for like 3 days, man. You're like,
no, I don't know how long we supposed to, you know. I don't know how long we supposed to turn this thing on, but
how long do podcasts go?
However you want. It's really however you want to do it.
However long you want them to go.
Yeah.
Niggas a podcast.
Y'all do this all the time.
No, we do.
But I never asked that question.
Yeah, we never in.
Like I do podcasts, but I don't watch them.
No.
Wow.
I mean, I might catch them, but I don't. Anyway, so about 2-3 hours.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean whatever. That's
whatever you do.
Whatever you want to
All
do.
of
Really.
it.
I just didn't know. I'm looking at it. I didn't know like when do we
That's 1:30.
Get it right? Okay. Well, shit, we got to do a couple of little topics then to do. Then I know one.
Is there a mandatory minimum? Like we got to be here a certain amount of time?
No.
I do want to talk about that California shit. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
The vote on that.
See, all right. Here's the thing. That's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think of it in such an immature way, dude.
Okay, well let me let them know what I'm talking about first.
Okay, then I'll go there.
Okay, I don't know if you know, in this November, voters can vote to have California split into 3 different states. Mm-hmm. This is a real fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You know the 3 states will be the new California and South Carolina. The new California, which is the new state, California and South California.
That's stupid.
You know, it sounds like people wanted the shit to happen. You know what I mean? They say Cal 3 officials say the benefits of splitting California into 3 include lower taxes, efficient government, and stronger education.
Borders.
Right.
It's crazy. You ain't gonna believe, man. I just read a statement not a statement, but on my little nephew's page, on one of my nephew's pages. He just came from the military, so he's kind of radical. You know what I mean? And he talked about as like gentrification ain't real. He's saying that it's not. What it is that Trump did something to pull something back from China that they owed China or something, and China ended up taking over the rights to California. That's why all this stuff is going on, because China is actually in control of California.
What?
Because I can't remember exactly verbatim how
Right.
he put it, but that's the basis of it.
We about to start
And
making
he just
t-shirts.
this dude just left the military within months.
She
Right.
owed them all the money, and so they gave us away.
What the fuck?
I mean, I've never heard of no other shit like this coming to try to change California, no 3 states and all that type of shit. It ain't big enough to be no goddamn 3 states.
All these wines about to be powered by China.
That's crazy. What y'all think about
That's
that?
just a theory I throw out because that's what I, you know what I mean?
What do y'all think about the whole split? And you know,
I don't know. What's the
That shit
basis of it?
retarded,
What's the
bro.
purpose of it?
Yeah. What is the real purpose?
I mean, if the real, but we don't know. We never know what the
Yeah,
real
like,
purpose is.
Exactly.
Right, we never know what the real purpose is. Right. You know, it's just
Anybody trafficking through one state to the next state is
damn.
Oh, see?
Oh shit! Nigga, you can go from
Yeah.
you can go from LA to the Bay. Nigga, you cross 3 states.
exactly.
Man,
3 cases.
that's what I just
God
said.
damn.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
one.
Borders.
That's
I don't need another border between me and niggas in the Bay and shit.
Right.
First of all, nah, we not about to separate us and the bomb ass
Us and
weed
Dagos. That's
in
the
the Bay.
Damn, and us and Dago.
You laughed at me earlier talking about some Illuminati shit, but see, that's really how this shit operates. We don't know. The shit we talking about ain't really what they talking about. It's just a whole underlying factor.
Yeah, it's easy to organize and categorize and militarize these sections. I've been other places where, you know, we got National Guard. I mean, we got like a highway patrol and police and sheriffs and shit like that we see on our highways. But you know, when you in another country and you start seeing like, nah, they got the actual military like every fucking couple of miles.
But we seeing that now in the States.
Federales, yeah. See, but this would help that.
They have
3
now,
borders
have you
on
seen
California
the
would help
films
that.
with the disposable coffins and all that.
No, I ain't seen that.
Y'all ain't saw that? I'm talking about right here in the States. If you look up, you'll see military vehicles on the train tracks now. They setting up camps in a bunch of different states, with the FEMA camps, the Walmarts. And if you look up disposable coffins, they have fields full of nothing but disposable coffins. What is that preparation for? What is it preparing for?
War?
How
Right here, though.
how would this decrease taxes though?
What?
The split.
Yeah, like how would, because that's really, let's be real, that's like the most.
I'm asking me. I was kind of reading the article, but me, I don't believe nothing they serve up information to us.
Right.
So I really don't know. I don't know I don't believe none of that. Like that's the shit that get people who believe the news and believe the government and believe these people. They hear that and be like, oh, that's a good thing. Let's vote for that. And I'm like, no, nigga, nothing is as it is as it seems as far as anything coming from the higher power. That whole entire system of white supremacy. You know what I mean? Like,
and don't just think of it as white supremacy, like they're dumb. It's some intelligent people implementing that.
No,
shit.
definitely.
Very intelligent people.
White supremacy isn't
listening.
White supremacy ain't a dumb thing.
Right? Not dumb at all.
Right.
I don't want people to don't misconstrue that and think that it's a dumb thing at all. It's very intelligent people that's implementing this type of shit, and it's gonna take some very intelligent people on our side to help counter it. For us to find out whatever resources we need to know as much as we can know about it, we ain't gonna never know, like I said.
Right.
But I don't understand what the purpose is of splitting California up in 3 states and
borders, man. 3 borders is money. So 3 borders is easier.
I drive from here to San Diego, nigga. Now my license is retarded. Oh, nigga, your license ain't valid out here. The fuck?
Oh, that part.
What did the article say the basis of it was?
Man, let me see. I didn't get out. Yeah, I didn't get out to.
Man, you ever go from here into Texas and see how weird that is when you go over their border?
No, nigga, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird
and then
fuck.
you get to their border and you realize like, nah, nigga, y'all run shit a whole different way in California.
Hell yeah.
They make you feel like that.
Because it is like that.
No, nigga,
it's actually literally like that.
And if we do that, it'll be like that too. Because like I was talking to Lucc earlier, like now the feel is already there. Because honestly, from Fresno up, they feel different than Santa Barbara to, you know what I mean, to when you live in LA. Yeah, and then all that, like that, San Diego, Paris, California, all that, they different too.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to feel right, which they're going to play on that, because we are different as far as West Coasters. Like, we different. Their life is different.
Because up that way, blacks and Latinos kind of grew up together.
They got bubble jackets and snow and shit. You know what I mean? Like the other ones live by the right on the border. You know what I mean? Like it's just 3 different places. So I could see like people accepting it if it happened, but I know I wouldn't trust it.